The winter air in Manchester carried a sharp chill, but nothing could match the cold shock that swept through Old Trafford on the morning of February 1. Alejandro Garnacho, the electrifying young winger who had captured the hearts of Manchester United fans, was gone. Not to Spain, not to Italy, but to the unlikeliest of destinations, Chelsea. The news broke like a thunderclap. At first, whispers turned to gasps, then to outrage. Social media erupted. How could United let him go? How could Garnacho himself agree to such a move? Just days ago, he had kissed the badge, celebrated with passion, and embodied the club's fighting spirit. Yet now, images surfaced of him in Chelsea blue, signing a contract under the glowing lights of Stamford Bridge. The £50 million deal had materialized seemingly overnight, yet in reality, it had been brewing beneath the surface for weeks. Inside the walls of Carrington, the truth was more complex than the headlines suggested. Garnacho had become a symbol of United's future, but under Ruben Amorim, cracks had begun to form. Tactical differences. A struggle for consistency. Whispers that he didn't fit the new manager's vision. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, financial realities loomed. With the club under pressure to comply with the league's profit and sustainability rules, the unthinkable became inevitable. Chelsea had been watching. Their own season had been turbulent, with injuries and inconsistency plaguing their attacking line. The departure of Raheem Sterling was imminent, and Christopher Nkunku's future was uncertain. Garnacho, with his raw energy and fearless dribbling, was the perfect antidote. When their initial inquiry was met with hesitation, they pushed harder. A bid. A counteroffer. Then, suddenly, a breakthrough. Garnacho himself had wrestled with the decision. Manchester had been his home since he was 16. He had dreamed of emulating his idol, Cristiano Ronaldo, in the famous red shirt. But doubts had crept in. Was he truly valued here? Did Amorim see him as a cornerstone or a disposable asset? At Chelsea, he was wanted. He was needed. The contract terms were favorable, the project ambitious. And so, after sleepless nights and difficult conversations, he made the leap. As he stepped onto the Cobham training pitch for the first time, the weight of his decision settled in. The stares of his new teammates, the crisp blue of his new training kit, it was real now. A new chapter. The backlash from United fans was already fierce, but there was no turning back. He had taken the risk. Now, he had to prove it was the right one. Meanwhile, in Manchester, his former teammates carried on. The locker room felt emptier. The fans felt betrayed. And yet, as history had shown time and time again, the club would move forward. United would find new heroes. Garnacho would write his story elsewhere.